Welcome to this video on the recent updates on the Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler fight that is meant to be happening real soon in the UFC. Obviously, there's been some updates and some concerns with the most recent press conference in Ireland being cancelled, I think, a day out or so, and literally the day before Dana White saying he's flying over to Ireland. So I want to give you all the facts, what's happened, what sort of rumours are coming out there, and my opinion on these rumours. So going through it, as I just said, the press conference was cancelled very short notice. I mean, Dana White the day before, I believe, was saying he's going to fly over to Ireland. I think Michael Chandler, I think there's rumours out there that he was still prepping also the day before to get on a plane to Ireland to do the press conference. So it's a bit of or at least a few days before, very close timing, still looking to fly to Ireland. So I think, to be honest, if that is the case, I think it's most likely to be from a Conor McGregor side that it hasn't happened. The only thing I can think of is that Michael Chandler couldn't get on the flight for whatever reason it was. And to be honest, that was sort of my suspicion more starting off, because McGregor's already in Ireland, he's ready to go. So it's a bit more of that sort of, Chandler's obviously coming from going to get on a plane. Has he got all the visa, passport, everything sorted? Has there just been some problem with getting him there? Because even though these guys are high profile, there are always these type of problems that seem to still happen with all fighters, to be honest with you, from what I see, that they can't get on a plane because of this, that and the other, and problems they've had in the past. But I don't think Chandler's like that. I think it's more, you can just be stopped at the airport. But I do think that there is a good chance is that rumours coming out that Conor McGregor went to see a doctor for some reason, whatever that was, could be a reason. But either way, I do believe the fight will still continue. I don't see why. I think the UFC, if it wasn't to continue, wouldn't tell people that actually we won't be refunding you. It will be happening, this press conference, so just wait, we'll reschedule and get you sorted for that one. So for them to come out with that quite quickly, I think whatever the problem was, they either found out it wasn't as severe as what was thought, or they couldn't make it on that day, but it's not going to affect the fight, or it's some sort of solvable problem that they just couldn't do it on that day. A bit of an odd one, really, for that high profile of a fight with McGregor there, that much money on the table for this fight. It's a very weird one for the press conference to be delayed like this, for whatever reason. Obviously, McGregor has been pictured recently partying, videos partying still within, with the fight being so short notice now, still partying, even a couple of weeks back. So that's a bit of a concern, I think, from fans of McGregor, that, look, you never saw that previously when he was winning. You're seeing it now, and sort of he's not, maybe he's not stopping it, or maybe he is. Maybe it's just a release for him to keep calm and take the pressure off himself, and just use that to go, okay, I need to do this to relieve some pressure. And maybe, he's there in a club with his wife, so I don't think she would, she's not going to allow him to go off the rails before a fight, because she cares about him, and she knows if he does that, it's probably a not good night versus Michael Chandler, and she obviously quite clearly doesn't want to see him get beaten. So I think she'd be the most on board with making sure he's living a better lifestyle than he was, maybe only a few months ago, when he was pictured fully partying, fully, people thought, there was personal issues there for himself that, look, he doesn't look like he's ready to fight. Where I think, to be honest, he's more he's more, he wants to come back and fight. He's got it now sorted where he is going to fight. That unknowing, I think, partially caused that sort of blip in his life where he was partying on time. I think the problem is he's not knowing when he's going to fight again, and he needs fighting quite clearly. Otherwise, why would he come against Michael Chandler when he's got that much money from his other ventures outside the cage? Why would you risk it? Because he needs it personally. He needs to fight. So I think McGregor will take it seriously enough. I think the videos are a bit of a, McGregor's going to get pictured anywhere nowadays. You see McGregor, it's going to get videoed. We don't know if he did this before he was this massive star. So I think it's a bit of a, you need to take it with a pinch of salt, the videos that are coming out, all the things that are coming out. I do think, look, there could be any reason for this press conference being delayed or whatever, and easily from either camp, it could just be a slight little, he needs to go to hospital to get something checked out after training, after getting a slight injury or something, or vice versa, whatever it is. I don't think it will affect the fight. I think the fight will be a very solid display from both fighters, and I don't think there's much concern with it. We'll obviously learn more when it does come out, the reason for the press conference being cancelled, if it ever does. I do think, no, I think it's nothing to be concerned about. I think everyone's going a bit far-fetched with what they're saying, that, McGregor couldn't make it because he's off the rails and things like that. That's, being put out there. For sure, don't think that. I think, honestly, he is in training camp. And videos, look, to be honest, he doesn't need to be drunk to be in a club with his wife. He doesn't need to be, he can just have a good time with his wife in a club, and that's his way of coping, and the way of him settling them nerves that he might have after breaking his leg and all these things. So I do think it's going to be a great fight. I think it still will go ahead. I think the press conference will go ahead. I don't think it's going to be any more delays on that sort of thing. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please let me know what you'd like to see on this channel next. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.